Hey guys!
Hey, hello.
Hello, hello, hello,
Hello,
hello. Just give me. I'm not sure if it
it's
started yet. The
me.
thing spinning. I think we did. I think we did.
I'm
Hello,
pretty sure we're there.
everybody.
We're there. I
Yeah, yeah.
believe
We
in
reach.
us.
We
I
reach. We
believe
reach.
in us.
We reach.
Lyrics. I am just Lisa,
And
and
I
that chick is
lyrics. They call me lyrics. Yes, and this is GT in the
Lyrics.
lockdown. We still giving
GT on the
trouble.
lockdown.
We still giving trouble in the last days of the lockdown. We are comedians who are feminists because we got boobs
And
and
vaginas.
vaginas. They go together. Some not always, but sometimes. All right. So yeah, we are feminist comedians and we're giving trouble in this lockdown all year.
Yes. And let's start giving trouble one time
One time.
because we talking about Black Lives Matter all
Woohoo!
year.
You
Black
can't say
Lives
it.
Matter. It also in Trinidad and Tobago. And there's some images. There was a protest held yesterday at the Savannah. I think there may have been even two protests held yesterday at the Savannah
Right?
because it was like two different actions that came together at the
Well,
same
it was
time.
two. This is the second one. There was actually it might even count as the third one. Because I know a couple of creatives that I know, Abeo Jackson and I think Darren Chiwa, came out to the first one, which was actually 2 Fridays ago. And then last Friday, they actually got the permit. I don't think they had the permit the first time. And then they got the permit and stuff, and they came out last week Friday when it was raining and stuff. And the movement is gaining some momentum here, like it is in other places. So there was one yesterday, and your girl lyrics make sure and pass through.
She was there, yo. She was there. She was all up in it. Meanwhile,
I
I
was
was at
there.
Farida's in Westmore getting my eyebrows done because
Oh,
that was important shit.
good. Talk about privilege.
Very important. But you know what? I made a decision that instead of going to my regular girl, who I love and who's like, she does the best job ever on my eyebrows. Before, instead of going by my regular girl, I actually went to Farida's because my regular girl has a shop in Starlight.
And you boycotting them.
Hashtag Black Dollars Matter.
Black. That's right. That's right. My little waxing money going in a direction that I wanted to. I using it for what I want. And I think that is one of the core messages of this Black Lives Matter movement that I really appreciate. I've always really tried my best to spend my money in places where it makes a difference. And it was very heartening to see Trinidadians of all kinds come out yesterday to support the Black Lives Matter movement opposite the embassy. The U.S. ambassador himself was very like, yeah, this is cool. I came and said hi and stuff. There was a little confusion at the end because it was supposed to finish at 4, and the police commissioner, Super Gary, was there with officers. I think the only issue I would have is you come into a protest and stuff. I understand that things could happen and so. But our officers are so heavily armed. They are so heavily armed all the time. I can't imagine that I know what our officers are facing out there because it's crazy times. But I felt like, just having heavily armed officers there, it creates like a kind of oppressive feeling. So, and there was a little thing at the end and stuff. But it was a lovely event. It was so many passionate speakers came on the megaphone and was like just sharing their stories, their perspectives. It was a great movement, and I would go to one every Friday, to be honest, until the end of time.
So I have to make a huge and shameful admission, which is that I probably need to get my activism card revoked, or maybe just updated. Like I need to pay my dues and get it like stamped because the last march I went to was for Pride last year.
I hear
I
you.
have not been to a march, a protest. I ain't wave a placard. I ain't stand up outside take no sun. I must admit I have been really active. I have been an armchair activist for the last year. It's kind of shameful.
Lord.
I apologize to the
Oh,
listeners.
laddie,
I'm
do
sorry.
oh.
So good for you
Well,
for
you know-
actually getting out there. You know, I mean, a lot of us want to go and just don't. You know, so
Well,
thank
you
you
know,
for representing for the Africans, not the Africans, the Africans who can protest.
well, one of the
I can't-
things I will say, and you know, I don't really talk about this much like publicly, but I do a lot of work with black men. You know,
So do I.
yeah,
Are we
okay,
talking about the same kind of
maybe not, definitely not. I I do a lot of work with men and boys, boys who are in like residential homes, and I'm actually currently working on a program that we do on what's on Zoom almost every day with some of the boys at the YTRC, um, as well as working with men who have been in prison for life and some remand inmates as well for the past 10 years. And it's a program that we do. It's called the Brown Cotton Outreach Film and Theatre Program. And the focus is to teach mediation skills through theatre and film. So one of the things that we do is we use theatre. So we create these cautionary tales where the inmates take their stories and we use the carnival characters to tell the stories and to deliver these messages to different audiences. And it's good for the guys, it's good for us, and it's good for the audiences. We usually have about 8 public performances a year. So it's a
Can
really...
I just ask though?
Yeah.
Are you like scared as hell going into prisons? Because I went to prison once.
Yeah.
Spiritual Baptist Liberation Day. There's an annual thing where you get to go into the prison and pray for people. So I went once. The first year, the year I baptized, I was like, I'm gonna go see what this is. I was so scared. I was legit scared. And I mean, it was a powerful, incredible service because some people sitting down next to you and telling you that one is a murderer.
Yeah.
Your fella do so and so,
Yeah.
and so and so, and these guys are sitting there and bawling, and you could see the power of God working in their lives. But I was still scared. I could just imagine.
Well,
So like this work that you do, I see how it fits into. And interesting, you said that you don't talk about it in public. So which leads me to the thing I want to talk about next, which is Port Yonikyo, who is the Caribbean Airlines communications business. She get her lash. She get beat down.
she was like,
I find it real unfair for Dion because she is a human being with a right to protest, with a right to say what we need to see as a society, that racism, colorism, all of this political sycophancy, it is damaging us as a people. It's holding us back. She has a right to say whatever she say. She have a right. I stand up for you, Dion. Dion. I stand up.
No, I'm right there with you. It's really difficult. We're heading into an election right now. Within the next few months, so everybody's really on edge. And I think a lot of people feel like there aren't many options available, and we've tried everyone at this point. We're like one of those incestuous cliques at this point where everybody's with everybody over and over. So it's a little rough. So people are really on edge and feeling really trapped by the economic of problems that have come with COVID-19. And how that's impacted things. I mean, we as creatives, we stressed. We
If I get me stressed,
we here doing this show.
We stressed.
But we stressed. We like, wait, how? I was reading my husband was telling me some of the symptoms of COVID, and I was like, that that's COVID or that's just anxiety because they're talking about shortness of breath. I'm like, this is COVID just anxiety? Like,
Talk about I can't breathe.
listen,
Not talking
oh,
about the
too
problem of
soon,
brutality
too
and the death of
soon.
George Floyd and the Breonna Taylor
Oh,
and and even my youth who was shot by police
yeah,
local in Mova the other day. And not minimizing that, but
yeah.
people legit out here catching their ass.
No, and I think, that is a legitimate metaphor to make, because of the crisis that we creatives are facing. And it's not just us, it's a lot of people who work in any kind of tourism sector, which is a lot of people. Anybody who works in any kind of casino, restaurant, anything where people have to interact with people. So
Well,
it's
good news for now, economically at least, for bars, restaurants, cinemas, they're reopening this
yeah,
weekend. So let's see how that goes. Can I just say how worried I am? Because every time I go in town, and it's not frequently,
yeah,
I ain't going in town.
yeah,
I'm like kids.
yeah,
Every time I go in town, I see everybody walking around with no masks, unless they have to go into a place that says you must use masks to enter. But like walking down the street, everybody have the mask off, and it's like really disturbing to me. This shit scared me, man. It
totally.
scared me.
Well, I feel like a full idiot. I'm like, why? Like the peer pressure of it does get to me. Be like, I know I'm doing the right thing.
Right.
Why is no one else wearing a mask?
Feeling like a muck.
Yeah,
with your damn mask
I will
Nobody
say.
understand what you're saying. You can't breathe in hand. It's like it's hot. Your class is fogging up. It's just irritating, and nobody else is around. So all I want to say is, I pray earnestly with all my heart and my liver.
And your liver.
And my liver.
Your liver,
Yes, that God will keep us safe, because listen now, if you see, yes, we have a couple hundred, possibly thousands of people coming in from other Caribbean places, students coming back. We have cruise ship people coming back. When these people reintegrate into the society, all who have their latent COVID that ain't showing and they ain't coughing and they still infected, you'll find out. So guys, wear your mask. It's really important. Don't be sleeping on that.
It is, man.
And keep washing your hands. It's horrible and drying and disgusting. But
listen, everybody just relax. And I reach a point, like I've actually gone over to visit a few people, and like you start off with the mask and stuff when you reach by the door and stuff, and they're like, oh, some people like, well, yeah, leave it off and take off your shoes, and leave on your mask and take off your shoes. And some people like, girl, take off that shippiness and come inside now. And I'm like, okay, you have juice.
I did a lovely ballet step pirouetting away from someone who was coming in to hug me. I was like, you have not washed your hands.
Oh, I miss hugs.
You're still wearing your mask around your neck. You didn't take it off. You didn't wash your hands. Not come and hug. Sorry. I'm not sure my husband is doing that shit.
I never thought of myself as an affectionate person until now. Now I'm realizing I used to hug everybody. It's no wonder I used to always have the cold. Like I used to be like slobbering people right through. Because now I see people and I'd be like, elbow. And I'd be like, I remember hugging this man or this lady passionately a year ago, like, hey, where you going? Oh. Getting all up in the armpit and the neck and, things, exchanging
so
fluids.
But I have a good question though. Now that the place is reopening, do you think people will actually want to come out to a show? Because FemCom might be interested in doing a few small shows to kind of read the temperature, no pun intended, of the peoples. So let us know in your comments. Yes,
what do you think, Joe and Joanne Public? Would you be willing to come check out a FemCom show if we organize such? Cinemas are open, theaters are open.
Bars are open.
Yeah, I don't want. I don't want everything to go back to normal. But for my shows to keep going on, I would love that.
Yeah, you know what? Even if we have 12 people in the place social distancing, it's still more money than we've made in the last 3 months
Tell me
from
about
comedy. So
it.
let us know if you think it's a good idea. Would you support us? Would you like and share our husband is cracking? And you have Royal Castle, the
Yeah.
local something that makes it all taste better.
I hear in bag, ripping and opening.
Yes, I'm a mook and I left my calm down. I left my charger in the bank yesterday when I went, so he went to get it. I said, darling, I love it.
Sean Riaz, our favorite, is on the live, of course.
Hey Sean! Hey Sean! Those dogs are going crazy. Don't hit the dogs.
Oh Lord.
Sorry. See, you have your children's stories. I have my dogs.
Listen, my youngest and her cousin now passed through here. It was a whole thing. You don't know, no? My focus.
As you're talking about people who watch our live, shout out to my girl Avril, who tried. She tried with our meme. She didn't do a pride theme meme, but we taken it anyway. Thanks, Avril. And I find it funny.
It's
so
really feminist. It's dealing with taboo topics that women usually find taboo. You know, if you all know my
everybody knows that.
Yeah, if you all know my comedy, you all know I have a whole fart set.
And if you don't know the fart set, you ought to. So check it out. Actually, tell us, when we have our live show, tell us you want to come in here and do this fart joke.
Yeah, everybody wants to hear my fart jokes. Just Lisa. They love them.
Minus the words that Avril inserted is still up on our Femcom Facebook page.
Avril's there. She just comments. So yay!
Hey. Hello, Avril. She and her girlfriend Kim was adorable. Shout out to the Trinis outside, Trinis who are meeting Trinis in other countries like Avril and Kim.
So you notice how
let me finish talking about the panel. The panel is still up on the Femcom page. Go download it, put in your own, make your own joke. Remember, it's a pride theme, and we're gonna share it on the episode of June 18th.
Yes.
Right? So check that out. Find this man only walking around with the chicken.
Not you alone, me too. Everybody getting involved in this thing. This thing getting real serious. I'm now saying, what's in the Royal Castle? Why? Them don't get Trump no money now, so I could buy from them. Right?
So, before we wrap up, our show is a little tiny show. You have some big things coming up. Tell me about it.
Oh, yes. You know Just Lisa. You know Just Lisa. I am not a mere comedian. Like yourself, I have many interests and skills. This is my filmmaker voice, my pompous filmmaker voice. It's required when you make a film that you must have a pompous filmmaker voice. This is mine. And I made a film a few years ago with a wonderful, wonderful woman who was the writer and director and producer and chief cook and bottle washer. Her name is Joanne Johnson. She's a fantastic children's author. She's lovely. She's taught me so much about life and film and everything. And another lovely lady called Tracy Farag. She was another producer on the film. And us three ladies from Trinidad and Tobago made the first ever family feature film. For real. Don't be frightened. From Trinidad and Tobago.
And
I'm so proud of that. And we've been screening Sally's Way at the IMAX under the Atlantic LNG program that they have there for years and years. And we have decided to share the film with a wider audience, and we are collaborating with a wonderful program that the Film Festival, Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival, is running right now. Very innovative. in the midst of COVID. It is called the Watch a Movie on Us initiative, and essentially they are screening every Saturday and Sunday over the weekend. They are screening local, really high quality local film for free, local and regional film for free. So this weekend they have Unfinished Sentences, which is a really beautiful movie because it's actually a film Mariel Brown made about her relationship with her father, and it's lovely. It's sort of a documentary, but there's also live action elements of it, similar to Pan, a Modern Odyssey, that I worked on. I didn't work on this film, but I'm looking forward to watching it this weekend, and it's available for 48 hours. And next weekend, Sally's Way is going to be available on the same website in the same place for 48 hours. So I'm really, really thrilled about that, and I hope you'll go and check out Sally's Way. We have a great trailer on YouTube, and I'll share some of the content on this Femcom page with Miss Lisa's permission.
Yes, man. Big it up, big it up, big it up, big it up. Oh,
whoop.
Before, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm done with my whoop whoop and my poi poi. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm real proud of you for being a filmmaker and shit.
Oh.
You know how nice it is to be like standing up next to a woman who is like so credentialed and like accomplished and shit. Is be like, look at you now.
I do know what that's like, Lisa, with your wonderful published novels. I know exactly what that is like.
So, okay, so Pride is coming up, and I have to apologize because in our last show I shared some Pride dates which are completely wrong because I'm a special girl. Don't worry about it. Anyway, the point is we have a real and true Pride Festival, as TT Pride Festival dates, where we will be doing special Pride episodes of GT on Lockdown, and those dates are the 30th of June, 30th of June, 2nd of July, 7th and 9th of July. So it's the 30th, the 2nd, the 7th and the 9th. And we have lined up some amazing guests. So we got like Simi the Trini, who is the only other bisexual comedian in Trinidad. we have Rudy Hamanji, who is the chair of the festival, the Pride Festival. We have Alex and Velvet.
Ooh.
Velvet is a drag queen. Alex is just a funny queer.
And they're millennials, so they can give us some of that millennial. Are they millennials or are they younger than millennials?
The millennials.
I think they're millennials.
Like his age.
I can't keep track of these generations.
Yeah,
it's very confusing.
We have Cherise Barkley. You might know Cherise as Cherise's Pieces. What's the name of the is it Caribbean Queer Matters? What is the name of their show? They have like a talk.
I'm terrible. I love them though. I love them. They're really nice.
So so we have some bookings, and hopefully we'll get a couple, get those things filmed up and send out some, little notices so that you all will be able to come on board, share, and participate. Love is love. Love is love. So that's it for us, I think. And anything else?
No. Lyrics. Bye. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Goodbye from Lyrics and Just Lisa. Bye, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you on Thursday around 12. I know we just say 12, but we'll never be ready. 12 o'clock. That's live.
Yeah, 12-ish.
12-ish. Between 12 and 1, look out for me. It's not like you're doing anything else. Calm down. Bye.
Bye.